Hi guys, in this lecture you will be learning casting values. So what is the casting values? The casting values are just like we can convert the double type value into integer type and the long type value into the integer type. So this is called the type casting or in other words casting values. So here first of all I'm gonna start with the integer. Here I'm gonna convert a value, long value, into integer value. Here first of all write the number and then brackets. Here we can cast into the int, and here I'm gonna pass a long value. Here is the semicolon. So now this is the long value and this is converted into the integer, so that is why I write these parentheses and this integer, and now the new integer value is saved into this num, and we can also print it out on the screen. Here I'm gonna print it out, so it's just like the long value. Here you can see that it is just like, and you can also convert the value from the int to the long. Here I'm gonna convert integer value into the long value. Here is the long, so we have to change it to the long, and here I'm gonna supply write a integer. So this is an integer, it is gonna convert into the long, so it can save to the num. So this is a way we can convert from the long into int and int into long, and we can also convert from the double to the integer. So here I'm gonna pass a double type value. This is the double type, and here I'm gonna pass a double, and here is also the double, and now let's execute it. And here you can see that there is an error. We have to convert this double type value into integer type value, but here I have converted into the double. It is also in the double form, so it is converted into the integer. So here you can see that there is an integer, so the integer value remove the decimal part, or in other words the fractional part of this value, the point part of this value. So you can also convert from the integer to the double. Here I'm gonna convert integer to the double. Here we have to write the double. Here is the double, and here I'm gonna write an integer. So let's check it. So here it convert into the double, so here is the 566.0, and you can also convert from the float to the int and the int to the float. So here I'm gonna show you float to the int. Here is a point f representing the float value. This is a float, and here I'm gonna convert it into the integer, and let's check it. So here it is the integer, it removed the dot f, that is a float. And here I'm gonna tell you a function that is used to convert the string into the integer, or from the string to the float, string to the double, string to the long. So let's check it. Here I'm gonna make it in the comment. Here is here it is in the comment, and here I'm gonna first of all I'm gonna create a string variable in which I'm gonna save temp, and its name is temp, and here I'm gonna save 56. So 56 is a string, so now it is just a string. Here I'm gonna add some more numbers, so it is just a string, it is not the number. The computer handle this number as a string, it is just a text. We are not able to save this text into the integer variable. Here you can see that it gives an error. Here you can see that this is an error. Type mismatch cannot convert from the string to the int. We cannot convert directly from the string to the int. We have to use the parse function. What is the parse function? First of all write the integer, then dot, then parse, and then here is the function name is dot parse int, and here in between these parentheses we need to pass the temp. So here you can see it clearly integer dot parse int and then temp, because we want to convert into the integer, so that's why we write int and then integer. And let's print out it. Here I'm gonna copy this statement and paste it here. Let's check it, and here you can see that the number is printed on the screen. So now it gives no error, and here is it's become an integer. And you can also convert this text into the double. What we need to do, just write the double here. Here is the double, and here we also need to write the double at the place of the int double. Here is the double, and here we also need to save this value into the double. And let's check it. So here you can see that when the double value is stored, so it add the 0.0 to represent the decimal part. And you can also convert it into the float. What we need to do, just change this double to the float, and you can also convert it into the long, and in the long what we need to do, just change this float into the long. Here I'm gonna convert it into the float. Here is float. So now let's check it. So here you can see that it adds the 0.0 to represent the float. You can also do the same thing for the long. And if you have any problems, so kindly add the discussion on Udemy. I will help you as much as I can. Thank you for watching this video. In my next video I'm gonna discuss the random number generator, how to generate the random number like a dice. Let's see in the next lecture. Thank you for watching this video.